In a study conducted here in the Institute of Building and Urban Design at Heriot-Watt University, we looked into the service life of wood windows. We've demonstrated that all the timber window options considered had a longer service life than PVCU alternatives. Many people have experience of premature failure of poorly made timber windows, particularly from the 1960s and 70s. But there is also ample evidence of Edwardian and Victorian windows which are still in good working order after over a century. In recent years, there has been a change in timber manufacturing that has radically improved life expectancy and maintenance regimes. Windows that were previously glazed, fitted with hardware and decorated on site are now supplied fully finished from the factory. Coatings are applied in factory-controlled conditions to precise thicknesses. Inaccessible areas are coated, especially vulnerable areas such as end grain, and joints are specially treated. Gaskets rather than putty are used to seal drained and vented glazing units. Today's factory finished wood windows often have the best warranties in the sector, typically 30 years on the frame and 8 years on the coating. Depending on the severity of exposure, a factory finished wood window is not likely to need recoating for 8 to 10 years. This new study builds on earlier work done at Imperial College in London. It considers not only timber, but modified timber and aluminium-clad timber and compares them to PVCU. We used a methodology set out by the International Standards Organisation and took a reference service life for each type of window. We then modified results to reflect a number of specific improvements. These were substrate quality, design and coating, as required by the Wood Window Alliance. Based on available research findings, a reference service life of 35 years was established for Wood Window Alliance timber and timber-derived windows. For PVCU windows, it was found to be 30 years. 5 categories were considered as modifying service life. Manufacturing standards that have a great impact in extending the service life of Wood Window Alliance frames include the choice of sustainable defect-free engineered timber. Window design elements also have an effect, such as rounded edges and water-shedding angles on sills and beads, as well as joint and end grain sealing. Flexible microporous protective paint and factory-controlled glazing and coating systems are equally important. The study looked at how 3 different types of exposure conditions affect windows. The results of the study show a range of service life for each frame material depending on the exposure conditions. Aluminium-clad timber window frames have the longest service life, from 72 years in severe conditions to 83 years in more mild conditions. Modified timber frames are almost as durable, in the range of 68 to 79 years. While timber frames have a service life of 56 to 65 years, depending on exposure. But that's still twice the 25 to 35 year service life of PVCU windows. To see the full report, visit the publications section of the Wood Window Alliance website, www.woodwindowalliance.com.